or a sister or a family member, it's something like it goes like if the brother of the firstborn of the family, makes a big marriage, makes big marriage ceremony. It happens. It becomes a problem to all his siblings. Everyone wants to come to the standard of the brother or the sister, or go beyond the standard, and that's the problem. And we're living in a free, prevented and corrupt, Western society. Truly, the Muslim male, youth find many temptation and tests, and that is something true. As a result of mixing with females, in the school, in the university, whereby our youth face a lot of problems, and the biggest problem is that when they go and when they are in the universities, and sister is in the university, and then it happens that she gets to know a good brother, and then when they want to finish everything, they're all students. Definitely, what happens is that when the sister goes to the family and says that I want to get married to so and so, he's a student, he's a good guy, mashallah, he has deen, the father goes, no way, you can't get married to that guy. Why? He has nothing. So the problem is that we become people who look to the material life. And the problem is that when the brother and the sister goes to a house, the material life plays a role, but it's not a bigger role. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what makes these people together is the character. If the brother is religious and the sister is religious, definitely these people will come to understand each other. But it has been seen that people who marry each other because because of wealth, ikhwani, my dear brother and sister, this wealth which can go. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives and takes. But religion is there. Someone who is religious, a brother who is religious, a sister who is religious. What will a sister? The mother is what? A mother is a factory. As they say, mother is a factory, and a mother is a factory, and she manufactures real Muslims, brothers and sisters, men and women. If the mother is religious, wallahi I'm telling you, if the mother is religious, everything is, that mother will come out with a very good generations. But the problem is that the thing is that we choose and we make the basement of our choosing that she has to be from a good family. It's not bad, because Rasulullah says a woman may be married for four reasons: for her property, for her status, her beauty, and her religion. That is definitely true. But listen to the last part. Muslim take these things and they don't listen to this last part, the last part of the hadith. Rasulullah says, so try to get the one who is religious. May you be blessed. فَاظْفَرْ بِذَاتِ الدِّينِ تَرْبَتْ يَدَاكَ. This hadith defines just what kind of a companion we are seeking. For if we marry her for anything other than religious party, our marriage is bound to fall into misery. And to the other, this is the sister now. The woman. Rasulullah said concerning the man, now the sister, this is to the sister. If someone comes to you, إذا أتاكم من ترضون دينه وخلقه فزوجوه إلا تفعلوا تكن فتنة في الأرض وفساد عريض. If someone with whose piety and character you are satisfied comes to you, marry to him. Marry him. If he comes and knocks the door, a good practicing brother comes to you, then don't stand in front of them. If you are a mother who's listening to me, who has daughters, then if someone good comes to you, whom you are satisfied with his piety and character, then marry them off. If you don't do so, there will be trial in the earth and a great deal of evil. What happens now? The girl and the brother and sister, when they want to get married, the problem is that now in this time and age and this contemporary society, wallahi al-azim, the thing which makes me my heart bleed is that when people have good, the youth have they have a very good heart, and that the sister comes to the family and says, someone, I want to get married to so and so. The brother comes, introduces himself. The first thing they look to, which type of car does he have? What do you have for, what is, from which family do you come from? What do you have, how much do you have in your account? But they don't, make a lot of, they don't search, and, they don't try to, to look to the character, and then they say inshallah ta'ala, we look upon to you, and we'll try to look for people who know you, or, asking directly, asking the brother, whom do you know? That the local imam of the mosque know you? Something like that. But the problem is that, subhanallah, it happens that the family directly start, they try to start and look for, what type of theory does he have in the society, and that is the problem. Khwani, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to look, but those, they don't come first. It's like that, it's like if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you someone who is religious, and then who is wealthy, comes from a good family, say Alhamdulillah. If it happens that he's someone who's not wealthy, but someone, who can take care of his family, then walillahi alhamd, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one who give. But Allah al-Azim, I'm sending a message to all my sisters who are listening to me. My dear sister, if someone good, someone who is, who has power and character, and you are satisfied with him, then don't go further and start looking, to his wealth, and if it happens that he doesn't have enough wealth, that you stop him and say that, like, you just start coming up with, things which are not there, like if a sister who doesn't want to get married to you, it happens that they start saying, I'm not ready, and some types of excuses which are not there. If a sister, if you are a student of knowledge and you're in you're in university, alhamdulillah, if you want to get married, walillah alhamd, it's the best thing. If you come, it doesn't happen that, Islam, that it has the time of the place where we have to look, is that if the girl passes the age of puberty, and she can get married, then if someone good comes to her, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it clear to us that we have to marry her off. And if we don't do that, we'll be having problems. Look now, our youth, what are they doing? How will having problems? Because if the family doesn't make them halal to each other, they will all meet in the McDonald's, in the subways, and at the university, at the school. They will meet. It happens that way. So alhamdulillah, if they come to you, if there is a family, this is the message I'm sending to the families and the mothers and the fathers. If you're listening to me, if you don't make halal, you don't make them halal to each other, they'll go outside. They'll meet at the school, the university, and you don't know what they'll do to each other. So the first quality which you have to go and look for in the past is like, she has to be, if someone is a woman, she has to be like, first of all, the first is she has to be religious, and the brother, he has to have good character and piety. Muhsin. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll pass very quickly. And in a summarized way, like, what are the qualities we have to look, which we want to look, in a Muslim woman. She has to be a Muslim woman, a believing woman, a devoted woman, a true woman, a woman who is patient and constant, a woman who humbles herself, na'am, a woman who gives charity, a woman who fasts and denies herself from haram things, a woman who guards her chastity, and a woman who engages much in Allah's praise. And the same applies to the other gender. Another thing that a brother and a sister, they have to do when they're searching, now we have talked about the religion, you have to know who she is, you have to know who he is. To find a pious man and to find a pious woman, there are two steps to take. And the first one relies on your personal observation. In Surah An-Nisa, Allah asks the believing women that they should lower their gaze and guide their modesty, that they should not display their beauty and ornaments, and also that they should not strike their feet in order to draw attention to the hidden ornaments. Now, if you notice a woman, goes to the brother now. If you notice a woman acting modestly, being not too obvious through her actions, by lowering her voice when around men, one who attempts to hide attractions, which includes external beauty as well as her internal charms, then she's some of those precious qualities. If you see a woman who has hijab, a woman who lowers her gaze, a woman who is very doesn't interact with the other gender, then know that she is the right woman. We don't this is the type of rules which we have to follow. And wallahi al-azim, I'll guarantee you, if someone takes these types of steps and put them in action, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guarantees us that we'll get the best of results. And this goes to the other gender. The thing is that I'm sure when you get married, you want your life to devote her love to you, not to 20 other just friends. Like, the problem is that our youth, brothers and sisters, what they do is that they start a haram relationship, a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, and then they try and then they're like, will make it halal. My dear brother and sister, something which we started in a haram way can never be halal. Never. Do you want to get to know a sister? Then it's allowed. The way is very easy. Go to her family, talk to her brother, talk to someone with a mahram. If it happens that you talk to the sister, then try to talk to her in a way that you're just making the meeting arrangement, and then you meet somewhere, because maybe this sister, her, you have searched for her, you have searched for her background, how she is. If it happens that you are satisfied with her religion, then go front, go and start. Take it the simple way. My dear brothers and sisters, I'll give us a very good secret to the brothers. If you every time, if you talk to a sister, a young sister who or some sister, and ask her for a hand in marriage, always she's not ready. Always she's not ready. But if it happens that if you go to like one of her wali, one of our, because definitely the girl, if you ask the girl that you want to get married to me, she will be like she cannot say directly she wants you. But if you get to know that girl and you are like someone with muhsin or someone with a good character, go to her family. It is the very simplest way. But the youth of our time, they think that that is the most hardest way to take. No, Allah, I can assure you, it is the simplest and the short way to your goal. But if you talk to your sister, she'll tell you I'm not ready. Every time she'll just start thinking, the second thing, like it's a problem, subhanallah. So we have to, like, for the brothers and sisters, they have to take the simplest way and go direct to the family, and inshallah ta'ala, if they get go ahead, then walillahi alhamd. Well, but it happened that they're told that we are very sorry, then alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. There is no problem. They just keep on searching and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for you. But because if you fail in the first searching, then just go on. Let your morals be high. Inshallah ta'ala, you get someone who is good. Maybe there's something which is good, there's something which is bad, and you think is good. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's thinking which there are a lot of things which we like, but definitely at last they become things which are not good for us, but we don't know. At last we come to know. So inshallah ta'ala, if it happens that many brothers and sisters, like a sister, a good brother comes and she wants to get married to the brother, but it happens that the family starts making a problem of it. Inshallah, my advice is that if from the beginning, if your father denies you to get married to someone, inshallah ta'ala, don't go beyond, don't go out of the rule. I mean, as like, try to do your things. There are some some of the madhab says that if a girl wants to get married to someone and it happens that the family does not allow, the wali can be and the family denies her to get married, and and the family have no basis, Islamically, reasons which denies the brother the man to marry the girl or the woman, then she can get married by the wali can get give her out. But starting a marriage life with with the denial of your family is something not good. So my advice is, inshallah ta'ala, if it happens to you and that your family denies you, then have sabr, inshallah ta'ala, have patience. Someone good will come to you, because your mother and father, they are just one. But good men and good brothers are there, and it happens to the brothers also. Maybe he wants to get married to a sister, but his family denies. My advice is that don't go, don't say like, I don't accept, I can go. If you go and marry the sister, remember, your children will not have any other, you cannot go outside and buy, a mother and a mother or the grandmother or the grandfather. They're the same grandmother and father whom you want, your children to have, and you will never be happy if one day your children, when they want to go and visit their grandmother and father, your mother and your father says, like, don't come to me. I mean, like, you will not be happy, because you'll be breaking the family. So inshallah ta'ala, have patience. So in this point whereby we have to look for who she is, and inshallah ta'ala, if you want one way of